all right. Welcome, my brother Ritchie motherfucking loud and proud and hostile. You said Carlyle. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, everything's good, Dub.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I've known you for a while. You saying when I met you, you saying you was over there. You saying we up. So you said what's been going on with you, brother?
Oh man, you know what? COVID-19 changed everything, man.
That's true.
It changed everything, man. It went from hey, man.
Hey, we got kids. We already know how it is, man.
So with COVID, man, I got an email from my boy Big Eddie Bauer.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he had just dropped a new record. And I went ahead, went to Bandcamp, bought the record, and I was like, yeah, man, you know what? I may go ahead and hop back in this thing. He was like, man, you should. And it was
Right.
just bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? I was just bullshitting because I was cool with just doing the podcasting and the radio. But then one of our partners, Silent Stepchild, sent me a beat.
Mhm.
I wrote to it, hit up Arrogant, my big brother, and went to the studio to record. And then after doing that and having that experience, I was like, all right, well, I like this. Let me just do an EP. Then the EP turned to an album. The Frank Moses Experience Volume 1, had a lot of dope people on there, man. It did real good. Then, from there I just, then we did the release party, hit the stage, and before you know it, just started back getting to it. Got back to it. Went on tour last year. Shout out to Trap Boy Mannequin. We did the tour, hit a few cities up like Detroit, Atlanta. And while recording the album and stuff, and while I was still at We Up Radio, I met my boy Alan through a mutual friend of ours, John, me and John worked together. And they had the Smart Alex podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I went and did their podcast. Then he did mine. And then we just started building it. And we found out that we had a lot of things in common. You know what I'm saying? The way we look at the world, the way we go about our business. So, we decided to just, put a company together. Quiet Taste Media. He had shot my first video and it came out real crispy. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, we got some office space. We did the tour, shot videos, released music. We're about to release our album with the Winston Willis Project. That's coming out real soon. And it's just been like a whirlwind for real, because I went from podcast radio guy, you know what I'm saying, to you rapping now, to you doing shows now.
Right.
Because it just, for me, it made sense to get into doing shows and stuff like that. Because, it just made more sense, to me if you were really serious about your craft. And what I mean by that, Dub, is, if you've ever did comedy or music or whatnot at a open mic or what have you, and the people will just do your music or whatever any old kind of way. All right, hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Hurry up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that.
They can be very disrespectful, and you said just like but it's segueing off of that because me personally, you said prior to everything that I've done music before. I've done open mics, I've done shows, and I've done like the ATL Hip Hop Day, and saying stuff like that. So one thing I definitely want to touch on next time you in Atlanta, please let me know. I'm gonna hook you up with my brother, who is one of the hottest DJs in the city. You saying he can get you in some doors down there. I can tell you that right now.
Dude, we about to hit the road. So you about to hop in the whip and come, man. Please. If you dead ass, we own it. We own it. We'll be down there for sure.
You said one thing I definitely wanted to ask you about, because you said I was preparing myself for this interview, and I was sitting there thinking I was gonna ask you I guess what you would call low hanging fruit, which is how you came about with the what some would say, and the unorthodox style of rapping that you do. But then again, if you think about it, at some point in time, Bone was considered unorthodox.
Right.
Ludacris. You said so. What brought you to the style of you saying the flow that you have? You said I figured that'd be a better way to ask that question.
I mean, like my style is it's really, I guess it's just mine. You know, I will say that I was highly influenced by by Nas, a little bit of A-Ball of MJG, a little bit of Face, but my delivery is just, I mean, like, I'm not a gangster, you know what I mean? I sell insurance, brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be, nothing like that, but like the flow and the delivery, I mean, it's just, I wanted, like, I look at myself as almost like a painter with words, though. Mm-hmm. So I love to paint pictures.
Right.
I love to paint pictures. Like some people would say, like people like myself, as quote unquote, it's like a term floating around now called lyrical miracle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Where you just putting words together. I'm like, well, I mean, you ain't really saying anything, but it's like, you flip that around and look at the subject matter. Most of it is I got money. I'm the illest dude in the street. I ride on my ops. I'll fuck your bitch.
Big facts.
I mean, it's like you ain't saying nothing either.
It's like, I guess what I was touching on is like most traditional rappers. I guess I don't know if we can even use that term because, like I said, we're grown and we said we want to use terms and phrases that make sense. We're not trying to go for the low hanging fruit. You said where like I said, your quote unquote traditional rappers go A B B A. When it's somebody like you would go A C B A C C A B B A. But you get what I'm saying? Because it's different, but you're still getting what you need to get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, again, I want to paint a picture of a point. You know what I'm saying? I like to take the road less traveled. You know what I'm saying? So like, we came up in the era where you would get your tape or your CD, you open it, you'll read the credits, you'll roll up a blunt, you know what I'm saying, and listen to what the rapper's saying and just ride with them.
Right.
You ride with them. So it was an experience, you know what I'm saying? So I try to, I'm in that mode. It's like I want you to pop my joint in and just ride with me for a minute. You know what I mean? Like I may talk about a relationship. I may, just be talking shit, talk about how dope of an MC I am, whoop-de-whoop. I may, try to get a message across, a PSA or whatever. We may just, ride or smoke,
Right.
It just depends on how I'm feeling at the time, but I want to take you on a journey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so again, I'm painting, I like to paint pictures.
Right.
Paint pictures or, really more like, cinematography with the pen.
Right. And you said that's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to have to sit down with you, because when I was rapping, of course, people have been asking me to get back into it. We'll see. But I went by Dub Deuce the Storyteller. And I would say that exact same thing when I was on stage. It was like I had a song called Atlanta Nights. And I would basically walk you through from my Friday, you said, where I met this chick, until Sunday, as I'm going through the story and as I end the story, you said it basically, I was reliving a dream that I had about this entire weekend I spent with this girl.
Right.
You said, but it was so vivid, you literally thought you were there. You said, but I was explaining the dream that I had. You said, so like I said, I told the story. So like I said, that people started calling me Dub Deuce the Storyteller. You know what I'm saying? So just because
and that's the thing, is like, like me and my sister J Jig Cicero got a song called Flaw. And it's like it's a mixture of just two different styles, you know what I'm saying? Like my style, I painted a variety of pictures, but the theme was, dealing with flaw ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? That, that's just shife. But I just gave a bunch of, examples, you know what I'm saying, of what a shife nigga is. Like I started a song of like, Pennywise and Dollar Foolish, the effects of fucking around with these clowns in the sewer.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I'm gonna break it down for you. You know, Pennywise.
Yeah, yeah.
What is he?
You said he's the villain.
What is he? A clown.
Exactly.
And we be at
On that little tricycle trying to start shit, ready to play games.
Yeah, but when you first meet him at, where he be at? In the sewer.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and again, like a flaw ass nigga, you know, Pennywise and Dollar Foolish, meaning, you know, a flaw ass nigga will try to scam you out of a couple dollars and miss out on the big bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The effects, you know, Dow's effects, or fuck around with these clowns in the sewer, and then I come back, turn many a sweet lick to fifth tier manure.
Like I said, that's like I said, we deal with such low energy or low vibration rappers these days. And people are like, oh man, that is the hardest thing. But the way you just broke that down, it's like, okay, every word fits together. You said, just like you said, it paints the picture. Like Picasso, you said, yeah, the what you see may be abstract, but once you get into the subject matter of it, it's like this nigga.
And that's like, somebody was like, man, I don't even, you know, and the thing is that everybody not gonna like your art for whatever reason. And I'm like, man, if you just, you know what I'm saying, smoke a blunt, play that back, and you're gonna be like, damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, you know, the goal. You know, the goal, you know what I'm saying, when I put, you know, pen and paper, or these days is, you know, when I grab the cell phone and start keying in, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, you done jumped on that bandwagon, bro. I'm still with the pen and the pad.
And I don't knock it. It's like, you know, I got some stuff on paper too, but it's just, you know, I embrace the technology, you know what I'm saying? I embrace it, you know, 100%, you know? So, but that's the thing, is like, you know, so yeah, so my style is, you know, we painting pictures, we making movies, you know what I'm saying? We making, you know, Broadway productions with the mic, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you get the point, you know what I mean? And it, you know, it pops to a beat, you know, but I mean, right now, everybody is, you know, trying to just, I guess, talk that real shit, you know, but it's like, and I don't have no problem with it. I enjoy a lot of it because, you know, everybody, you know, I may not want to hear, you know, I may not want to paint a picture. I may just want to hear somebody talk that shit.
Right.
You know, talk that shit.
Right. Okay. Like we'll even touch on you saying the podcast cipher. You saying the way Lex set it up with him going first. You saying fire verse. You said the way fire. You said Matter of Fire brought it home. Fire verse. But then you said have you in the middle. You said Unplugged and Hostile. It was just, it fit so well. It really did. And then you said, like, I had to give you your props on that. Because I
like that. I really do.
Like I said, Fire had her flow, Lex had his flow, and yours was so different. Not saying that either one of them was the same, but yours was so different, but it fit so well. Like if anybody else would have been on that song, like if they they had recorded with somebody else and they was like, well, he can't make the video shoot because he's gonna be out of town that week, so we're gonna re-record the verse so we can do the video. If I'd have heard both versions, I don't give a damn who it was. I don't think it would have gelled the way that it did. You said with you on there. You know what I'm saying? So that's me giving you your flowers because that was hard.
Man, I appreciate that, man. We had a lot of fun with that. Me and Lex and Don P, we got a song. We're gonna shoot the video next month. I gotta tell you, called Media Takeout.
Okay.
So I'm gonna inbox you that joint. We gotta mix and master it because we want to make sure it sounds great. It's some behind the scenes stuff we gotta figure, but I want to shoot the video next month.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
let me know because I'll definitely make sure that you saying I'm in attendance for that.
Absolutely, you got to be there, Dub. I mean, we you know, we had some fun with that. We had some fun with that joint. Don P, he did his thing. Don P, everybody did their thing, but like his verse, his part, and the thing is, he at the end of his verse, he was like, "Bitch." When you hear it, you're gonna be like, "Oh man, he was wilding."
Right. You say, okay, it's like, okay, well, we have a few people in the podcast world that's a little upset. You saying with a couple of your brothers. You said me, Lex, and Don P.
They
You
upset.
They upset, but you know what I'm saying? They're upset because they don't put forth the work. Because if you look at my social media, you look at Lex's social media, you look at Don P's social media, you constantly seeing whether I'm making a regular post or whether Lex or Don P, we're making a regular post, we're promoting our show. So when it's time for us to go on air, you done heard about our shows 400 times before the day comes. Now you got other people that don't put in that level of work that are thinking that certain people are getting favoritism. It's like, nah, bruh. Nah. And then of course you already know.
Here's the thing. You know what? Y'all brothers, y'all put the work in. Y'all live and breathe the podcast game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lex and Don P's attention to detail, particularly Lex. His attention to detail is unlike anybody I've ever seen with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this, just the striving, the never-ending battle for perfection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I love it because it's like I remember when I had Lex on my show, and I was me and DJ Goldie was like, man, you should get a show. Because his personality larger than life. I'm like, man, you'd be perfect for the radio game.
Oh, yeah.
And here we are now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, the thing is that you guys put the work in and you should get, whatever rewards and blessings and benefits that come with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing is like, after a while as an individual, if you don't like your results, you got to look at what you've been doing. And ask yourself, am I doing everything that I could possibly do to make the best product I can? If the answer is no, then get back to work. If the answer is yes, then, you got to see, okay, what else can I do? Or maybe this is what I can do.
Right. Like touching on that right there, you said you've done tracks with Lex. You said, and I haven't been in the studio with him personally. I've been in Atlanta. When we did, you said Christmas in Vegas, I was in Atlanta. I recorded my verse in Atlanta. You said, and everybody else, you said in Cleveland. When you talked about, you said attention to detail, his intro for, you said when he was on We Up, all of his intros at Redline, I shot. That nigga is a pain in the ass. But you can't do nothing but respect it. Because like you said, that level of detail is like unmatched. You know what I'm saying? And so for the simple fact that he would trust you, you said enough to to get on a song like that with that, you said attention to detail, is something that we don't you said a lot of people. So like I said, that's the reason I respect people like you. You said I respect people like John P. You said that are Wave that are around the circle because we all have these. We all are striving for greatness. We all want to make each other better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So, I'm like, why they mad at y'all? Y'all just, y'all are combined, we're just doing the best that we can. We're doing the best that we can. Like, I've had people get on me for like, man, why you tagging me? Or why you? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get the word out. Period. I don't get mad when I'm tagged and stuff,
right?
Or what have you. It's part of it. It comes with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Can't even be mad.
It's part of the game. It's like it's cool. It's cool when they do it, but not when I do it. I mean, that's why that song blew up because it's real out there. It's like people just expect. It's like you trying to. Build your brand. They want you to support their brand, but it's like when you're trying to build your brand, it's a problem.
Right. It's like I shared a meme the other day. It is like a chick will curve you in the DMs. Like say you're trying to holler at a chick, she will curve you in the DMs, but then tag you in her candle business. It's like, nah, forget you and them candles.
Right. Weak ass candles. But that's how it be, man. So, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the fact that you got haters is a good thing, or the fact that if people try to sabotage what you're doing, that's a good thing because that means that they're worried about you.
Right. And so when you said tag you is fine, or you said I don't mind you tag me, I don't care. You said as long as whatever content that you're sharing is not untoward, like you said something that's probably gonna get me. You said my social media banned or blocked for 30 days or 90 days. You say, hey, do you? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we all trying to, you said, uplift each other and you said make each other better. Like I said, as long as it's not some, you said, some adult triple X content.
Yeah, don't be trying to put me in your OnlyFans video.
Nah, I'm not going at gunpoint on that one.
Nah, but you know, hit the DM. No, I'm playing. But yo,
you shocked. I'm not going. Mm-hmm. So, you said like, what do you got coming up? You saying that like as far as shows, you saying it and everything like that. What do you got coming up?
All right, so right now we got the Free Smoke Saturday is open mic at Smoking Divas Lounge on Euclid Avenue, East Cleveland. Real nice place. No cover, no performance fees, weekly prizes. We just gave away 2 hours of studio time to Miss Batty.
Okay.
She came out, rocked the spot, real dope. I mean, you know, I just saw a need, you know, for that. And it actually goes further to just wanting to perform and everything is right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't, you know, it's like, I don't want you. I've done performances where I would have my joints on the flash drive numbered 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And these niggas will play track 3.
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I just came to the conclusion that again, I gotta take total control of the situation. Mm-hmm. So I'm not necessarily a control freak. It's just I want it to sound right.
Right. You know? If you put your name on it, it has to sound right.
Yeah. And plus, like, you know, I care. I want, you know, for the artists, I want their shit to sound right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, we all got to make money, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, if you want a place where you can, you know, hone your skills and network, you shouldn't have to spend $50 for 5 minutes.
Right.
Every time, every trip. So we was able to, you know, put something together, you know, with ownership. Shout out to Smoking Divas Lounge ownership. They, you know, we just shot a couple videos there. I've been rocking with them for years, just, you know, on the personal side. But they've been real supportive and, you know, they support what we do. So, you know, so the artists that, you know, you wanna rap, you wanna read poetry, you wanna sing, you wanna tell jokes, shit, come on out.
Okay.
You know, come on out.
You think with us being more seasoned in the game, what still gives you the hunger to want to put that pen to the pad, to the fingers, to the phone?
You know what, man? Honestly, it's spiritual. Mm-hmm. It's a spiritual experience, man. It's like, you know, sometimes I might wake up in the middle of the night and just start writing. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm literally compelled to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I woke up one day and said, fuck it, I want to rap. It was something that I did, you know, back in my youth that I was good at. And then, you know, life got, I ain't gonna say got in the way, but life happened. I got married, had kids, and, you know, so on and so on. Right. You know, when the pandemic made everything just stop.
Yeah, it really did.
You know, and we had time. And then I got back to it and I forgot how much I loved this shit. Mm-hmm. I forgot how much I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It took me like about 6-7 months to get, you know, I would say a year to get back to where, okay, let me go ahead and do it. I did a couple little like contests or whatever just to see. I didn't care if I won or lost. I just wanted to see if people resonated with my sound. And I got enough of a positive response to, okay, let's go.
Okay.
We can go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's been a hell of a journey, man. Like we did a show in Mansfield.
Okay.
And I had an artist. Shout out to my man EAY. You know, he got new music out on all platforms. But E made a post thanking us for allowing him to come through, and that was the first time he ever made money. You know what I'm saying? Doing music,
Right.
ever. You know, so that that like, you know what I'm saying? It meant a lot for me to be able to get him in that moment, because, you know, with the art, man, it's like you give and give and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, and the returns are few and far between, if any.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with podcasts, you pay so much for your Podbean or whatever, you know, whatever service you upload it to. You put, you know what I'm saying? You pay in for the equipment or making payments on the equipment. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you may, man, I got like 5 more payments on this camera. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that it pop. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so for me to be able to opportunity for somebody to make a few dollars, you know, to make some money doing this shit, that's huge.
Right.
Because you make them first few dollars, man. It's like, cool, let's keep going.
Right.
Because I don't know how long he been rapping before he made money.
Right.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea.
And you know the reason I asked about, you said just like having the passion to still do it, is because like a lot of these young boys out here, they sit there like, well, you said rap is a young man's sport, and blah 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 blah. But you say young boy, you saying you don't have the same experiences as 18 as you do as 35.
No, or 45.
You have a different level of maturity, you know what I'm saying, and mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like
you said.
Exactly. That's why we're like, whole drop God did, and everybody. I don't care. You said from Lil Baby to the Migos to you said it didn't matter who you was. The internet stopped when Hov dropped that verse on God did.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a story, and I think these young boys, they keep forgetting that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, when you're young, you know, that's just you like, man, why you in our way? It's like, you know, the things is the way that I even make music. Like we named our company Acquired Taste Media because our music is not for everybody. And we know that. And we're not even trying to be for everybody. We're like doing research and stuff, trying to figure out who like our shit. And we trying to get it to them. We trying to find as many people that like our shit.
Right.
If you don't like my stuff, great. I'm not even tripping. But it's people that do.
Yeah.
And I want to get it to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, how can I put it? Everybody doesn't like the opera. But they charging hundreds of dollars per ticket to go to the fucking opera.
I mean, you're right. And you see, like even with me, I'm not even gonna cap to you. You're saying people, you say in my comment section, you're saying y'all say what y'all want to say. I don't know one Lil Baby song. I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't.
Yeah. And the thing is that you can, I mean, I'm not gonna ever be the old guy, get off my line guy when it comes to this music. You know, because if you can spit, you can spit. Period. And I didn't listen to a lot of cats to where it's like that, you know, with the newer rap styles and stuff like that. I listen for the words.
Right.
A lot of these cats do be spitting.
It's not taking anything away from that they be spitting. It's just, to me, I guess my particular palate and taste of music, because I have a very eclectic, palate when it comes to music. You said, and I may have heard your song. I could have heard your song 100 times, but it may not have stood out to me the way that it stood out to everybody else. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Which would just like an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's not saying I don't respect you. So when I say I don't know one Lil Baby song, it don't mean I ain't never heard Lil Baby. It's just that.
For me, it's like, yo, you know, how can I put it, man? It's like, you know, I like filet mignon. I like, you know, prime rib. A lot of y'all might like cheeseburgers.
I mean, that's cool. I like the tomahawk steak, and it's a dream of mine to get out to Vegas and watch the man go like this on my shit.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I like a cheeseburger just like anybody else.
Right.
But I prefer pot roast. If you say, hey man, we about to we having hamburgers, we having cheeseburgers, you know what I'm saying? You know, Five Guys cheeseburgers, or hey, we having pot roast. I'm at the crib with the pot roast.
You use it just like let's say you say like you say Kevin over on you saying he's saying 159th or something like that. He's like, yo man, I got a barbecue over here. You said we doing burgers and dogs. And then you got Don P. He was like, yo, I'm pulling out the smoker. We doing brisket. I'm going to get the brisket.
I'm gonna get the brisket. I'm going to get the motherfucking brisket.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Yeah, it's just, it's a different thing. And, hey, I might catch you on the burgers and dogs the next trip.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean I don't like it. It's just, I prefer that's what I compare my music to. It's like, my music is like a pot roast. Or my music is like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not something you pop in there and it's done in an hour. No. You gotta put some work in.
Yeah, like, my ex-wife, my the mother of my first two children, we had a tradition where we would do the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And the turkey would come out so good.
Mm-hmm.
People made requests for it, but it was a whole ritual behind that joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it's like it's different between fried chicken and Thanksgiving turkey. So my shit is like Thanksgiving turkey.
Right.
Doesn't mean I don't like buffalo wings and hot wings.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit go, Or, I ain't tripping on that, but that's just the differences. And that's not downplaying that shit either. It's just, hey.
Look, if I have the option, I'd rather have.
Exactly. It's like, all right, man, fuck it. I can make some hot wings, though. Don't get it twisted.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I can make no problem. I can do that. It's just, I do it like this. But it's more than one way to eat.
Exactly.
It's all chicken.
And like I said, that's where, like I said, it takes the maturity and the knowledge and the understanding that there are other things that you like. I love buffets, and the reason I love buffets is because there's so many different choices, and you can
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because, today it could be I want the bourbon chicken. You said tomorrow I could want teriyaki chicken. I want a steak. But you have the options there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're pigeonholed to just like a quarter pounder with cheese,
that's what's happening, and that's what's going on with the game right now. Back, long time. I mean, you got variety now, but back in the day, the variety it was like almost equal time.
Mm-hmm.
Where now it's like, nigga, you getting these buffalo wings, chicken wings and fries. That's it.
No special flavors. Just you get plain hot. That's it.
Right. Plain or hot. I'm like, damn, I don't even like, man. Shit, y'all ain't.
We can't get the honey barbecue or nothing. Jesus, nothing. No.
No, you can't. And then you getting plain or hot. You can get some lemon pepper wings on Christmas.
Oh man, that's bogus.
Right, but that's. I mean, turn the radio on. That's what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, you had all different types of styles and flavors. You had shows where you had, like a De La Soul on the same ticket as like a NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. You ain't.
Or you would have a Master P. With Digital Underground. And
right.
With Master P with Tupac. You just like, yo, this is different. It
was dope. Like. Yeah. One of the first shows I did was a hip hop and heavy metal mix. Man, I had so much fun doing that, and the heavy metal people was rocking with my shit, and I was rocking with their shit. But then it's like a couple days later, I followed one of the artists, and on Spotify they had the lyrics. Mm-hmm. So, if you're a casual listener of heavy metal, which I am. Mm-hmm. it makes a rah 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 ah. But the lyrics, I'm like, damn, they spitting on here.
Right.
You know, but it's so loud. But
Right.
you know, cause I'm big on lyricism. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So I got a couple of they joints in my playlist.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Because like, but another thing people also have to understand, he's saying hearing a song live and hearing a song on wax, two totally different things.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Another thing is like, you know, it's a debate on rapping over your vocals or not. I don't. I'll tell you like this.
I don't mess with the vocals.
Like,
I don't mess with the vocals.
On my set, I do both. It's like it depends. It's like if I'm not comfortable with like a song, but I want to perform it, I got both. But I can do either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my thing is you want to make the live experience different. I see some cat get on stage and just move their mouth to the words. I was like, man, you can't do that.
Right.
I was like, bro, man, your boy can't do that. It's like, what's the point of even coming to see you?
Because even if, let's say, if it was a free show, you had people come out just to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Are you really that's gonna be the impression that you give them?
Right.
Just like what Jay-Z did, the So Def 25, or you said the So Def you said anniversary special, and he was like, "Yo, I don't mess with the vocals." He was like, "Dude, if you're gonna play the vocals, y'all can just put my picture up there. I ain't even have to come."
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like, you know, my preference is to go ahead and, you know, rock it live. Mm-hmm. But even if you got your vocals, you know, you can still give a show. Mm-hmm. You know, you can still give a show. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, whatever you doing, rock that shit.
Make it work for you. Yeah.
Rock that shit. You know what I'm saying? Rock that shit. My thing, rock that shit. Don't, you know what I mean? You know, don't just turn the music up and just yell.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, some people, but that's what's the norm now.
Right.
That's what the norm is now. And there's some cases where, you know, it would make sense to have your vocals. Like, let's say if you got a sketchy sound man.
Yeah.
I mean, now back in the day, I would say 8 out of 10 sound man sketchy as hell. They're like, man, you know, I got paid like this $50, so they just gave me a bag of weed, so whatever, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't care how your mic sound.
Right.
You know, it's just a lick for them. So, but you know, again, you want to, you know, the live show, you got to make it an experience that separates the novices from the professionals. I mean, I had did a show October, and I was rocking with Skinny LB. We got a song Dog, and the damn song went off on my verse.
Oh Lord!
It just went off completely.
I've been there.
I just did my verse.
Right.
And it's like I did my verse and just rocked that shit. And like, you know, one of my cats was like, damn, the professionalism, bro. I was like, bro, we MCs.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, I'm an MC. I do this shit. If the music go off, so what? I know my shit.
Right. I'll tell you some funny shit. You said, like, matter of fact, I'm gonna use it like shortly after you send our interview, I'm going to get on Facebook. I'm going to tag you in a video that my brother posted. I think it was 2 years ago at ATL Hip Hop Day. They had a Young Dro there, and I believe Young Dro was doing "We Be in the City," and whatever, something surged, and you said the mic stayed on, but everything else cut out. And Young Dro, I mean, dude, he had like the lights went off. But only thing was the mics were still working, and he kept it going and didn't miss a beat. So like I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, because that's gonna happen, and I think that, you know, being a older artist, we know that. Mm-hmm. So it's like we know that we had just the life experience. Yeah. That we know that Murphy's Law, whatever can go wrong.
Will go wrong.
So you got to be prepared for it. Even if you're not prepared for it, we gonna, you know what I'm saying, and come back. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh,
out here, you know?
right, you know what I mean? So that's all that is. Like we was in, like me and Vickertron was in Detroit, man, and we was doing our song The Ritual and that shit cut off. And then I just kept it going, and then he kept it going. And in the middle, he was like, you know what? I like that. You kept it going. I'm proud of you. I was like, yeah, man, we do this shit, man. You gotta, you know, I mean, like the sooner, like for, you know, for the artists out there listening, man, you know, the sooner you pick that up, you know, and also learn how to improvise, or just like your freestyle game, you might forget the verse.
Yeah,
it happens. Either keep going or just, you know, hey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it going. So yeah.
You have to, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Because with the freestyle game, you got to have a mental that's crazy anyway. You know
right.
And it's all about improvisation. You know saying? You have to be able to improv. You know saying, when it comes to that. But you said segueing off of that, let's say somebody is going to come up to one of your events for the first time. They've never touched the stage before. You really, you said you know, like you've been to a comedy show before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can tell when you said, okay, this is the first time up there. And you said sometimes they do great, sometimes they don't. But what advice would you give to that first timer that wants to get on stage, has been sitting on what they think is some fire in their phone or on their notepad that they went and recorded using, but now they want to test it out in front of people? What is the best level? What's the best advice you can give to somebody like that?
Repetition, practice. You gotta, I mean, honestly, rehearse until you throw up. Figuratively, of course. I don't want you to be, you know,
right.
But rehearse to where you know a code.
Really beaming and he's on the side of the stage, my nigga.
No, we can't have that at all. But rehearse, man. You want to rehearse. You want to put the work in.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even if you put the work in, you know, you're gonna, you know, and don't be so hard on yourself that you forget a line or two. Because the reality is that, especially you, a new artist, don't nobody know your shit anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if they know your shit, then they're gonna sing along with it regardless.
And you saying, like, I guess one thing I'll add to it, you saying at the end of the day, you said once you've got up on that stage and you've gotten the beat drops and you started rhyming, you're fully committed at that point. So even if the crowd gets a little hostile, unless you're forced to stop, you keep going.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? These days, you know, we came up in the era where people would boo and throw shit at you. I mean, every now and then that may happen. It's rare. These days, people are just being their phone.
Yeah.
Be in their phone or just start talking and having conversations over your shit. I don't know what feels worse. Well, booing feels worse. Like booing is like,
booing is like that you said you already stuck the dagger in, now you're turning it because you're booing.
Yeah, you know, but you know, booing is like, I think that the fact that people don't boo no more is why the game is lightweight saturated.
Yeah.
Because
here's the thing with the boo though. The boo is almost like, you know, like if I were to yawn right now, 9 times out of 10, just the fact that I even said the word yawn, you thought yawn and you're trying to hold it back in your own head right now. It was like, but if you see somebody yawn, your natural inclination is to yawn too.
Yeah.
You hear somebody boo, boo.
You're gonna clown. But yeah, you know, people got booed, you know, in this era, a lot of cats were hanging up.
I mean, yeah.
Because you get booed, because it's like in our day, people will get cut from the team.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know, if you didn't make you got cut. Shit, it wasn't no B team.
Yeah. He said, now we in the era of giving out participation trophies, and I'm
Yeah,
not with.
you got cut. You
Yeah,
didn't make it.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you can't cut people no more. I mean, or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure people get cut, but it ain't the same. Like
Nah.
when you were a little kid, like you would get cut from Little League. You wasn't playing. You would have
Hmm.
to. Sorry, you ain't make our team. Play down the street.
Right. Just like what was that? Eddie Griffin said. He's like, people are too scared to fight no more. If you go outside, you throw your hands with somebody, you get your tail whooped. You go to the gym and practice. So when you see his nigga again,
Yeah, you whoop on them.
you know,
Yeah, man. Like I remember I got into a fight with this dude named Darnett Darrell. Man, dude scraped me. Then we fought. A few months later, we fought to a draw, but it was to the point to where we ain't getting no more fights because he ain't want. He ain't want to no more.
right. And a lot of times, even when it comes to the fact you said it was a draw, your heart showed him like, bruh, this is not what you want. This is not the same guy last time.
Nope.
Use it, but that's heart. You know what I'm saying? But before we get up out of here, I did want to ask you. You said like with all you said the talent, and you said in Cleveland and elsewhere, who are some people that you look forward to or want to work with in the future?
Oh man. Ooh. I'm gonna mix it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of cats that's newer. And then you got your legends. You know what I'm saying? I was meaning to get into the studio with Stoney. I definitely want to do some work with Eric Wilson. I do want to do some work with E. Want to like me and my boy Stalin Macamillion. We supposed to get into the studio, and do some work this year. Let me see who else. Oh man, man, it's boy, because it's a lot of like great people out there. You know what I'm saying? That I do definitely want to reach out and work with. Caesar Rio.
Okay.
I want to rock with him. That's a real good brother. You know who I want to meet though?
Who?
I want to meet Green Machine.
Okay.
Man, this dude IG be popping, man. Cracking me up, man. He be cracking me up, man. I want to meet Green Machine. I'm gonna have to reach out to him and get an interview with him. You know what I'm saying? I like him. Like my one cat, he's in Little Rock. My dude in Little Rock. Little Rock Obama.
Okay, that's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't I didn't have my music played on they platform down there. I like a lot of what he's doing down there. He's a good, solid guy.
Right.
Let me see. Oh man. Viso Electric.
Okay.
Like the rock with him. Who else? Let me see who else. Cash Money Paid in Full.
Okay.
Dang. Like the name is it's on the tip of my tongue. What's up, son? What's up, boy? Twisted Mind.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to get in the studio with Twist.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
there's somebody I want to put you on to. He's like this cat by the. I'm just saying he's a artist of Twister. A cat by the name of Mellow the Gutter Man. He's from Chicago. Like that's somebody to throw out there that you said to check out. You said that you should check out too. But let the people know where they can find you at. You said all your socials and you send in everything. Let them know where they can find you, brother.
all right, so on Instagram it's Ritchie Carlyle 216. I'm gonna spell it out because people be messing up the name. RITCHIE CARLYLE 216. That's
Okay.
Instagram, Twitter, on Facebook. It's Ritchie Carlyle.
Okay. Well, that's
You know,
what's up, brother. Like I
also,
definitely, I definitely appreciate you saying joining the show, man. It's been a blessing and a pleasure to have you on. You saying
no
like
doubt, man.
know about what you got coming up next month because I definitely got to be there for that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, so yeah, it's a weekly situation, man. So free smoke Saturdays every Saturday. At Smoking Divas Lounge, 15905 Euclid Avenue, EC. I'm telling you, when you walk in the spot, you forget you an EC.
Right.
It's like you didn't went into a whole different situation. Then you go outside like, damn. I'm just playing, but for real, but for real, every Saturday, doors open at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So pull up. They got great food. Nice cigars. Great drinks. Bartenders is nice.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Real sexy atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? You can bring your girl. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? For sure. Get something to eat. The whole nine.
What's up? Well, you said like I said once again, it's been a pleasure having you, brother. We got to do this again.
Oh,
We got
always, man. No problem. You just hit me up and we on there.
you saying without further ado, that got dubbed. My guest Ritchie, Unplugged and Hostile Carlisle. You said it's been a pleasure, brother. We love you guys, man. We out of here, man.
All right,
Peace.
peace.